Hey everybody, Brendan here from Team DDD, aka Drip, back with a deck profile to start out the channel. Hope everybody's safe and everything from the coronavirus. My friends and I will have a introduction video introducing ourselves once all this blows over and everything, and so you know a little bit of background on us. I just figured I'd make my first video for the channel, introducing my favorite archetype of all time. Has been since I've played this game. Blue Eyes is just it's just a good card, a good deck, classic nostalgia. It's not a meta deck by any means, but maybe one day it will be. But yeah, we'll get straight into the profile. Sasuke all the way, all day, every day. This deck is a lot different than what you'll probably see on other people run on YouTube. This build is kind of more fragile, but it's more explosive. I play mainly combo decks, like heavy combo decks, which some people say is too heavy because it's fragile, which I mean, I agree to an extent, but not as much as they say so. A lot of the other ones will run maybe, every now and then you'll see a person running the Invoked engine, which is good. In my opinion, I think it's good. I think it's just missing a couple of pieces, honestly. And then you'll see people run the Pure. I'm currently working on a different build that has the Crystron Halka 5Rex build. But this one's different. This one's more in your face, more explosive. If it goes uninterrupted, your opponent will just honestly just scoop. Because the final board is just, if they don't main deck Nibiru, or if they don't main deck Kaijus or something like that, and you go uninterrupted, then it's pretty much a game. GG's at that point, because the size of board that this deck can put up, this build I've been playing this build for a while, even probably last year, but it's gotten a lot better with MR5. It's kind of fragile, honestly, I will say. So play, if you decide to play this build, just know that I told you it's very, very fragile. All right, let's get straight into the profile. To start out, we got 3 Blue Eyes. DDS is all day. King of the Blue Eyes. Have to run 3. If you have the ability to play DDSs, you have to play them. They're gorgeous. I legit was at a regional and I traded half my binder away at the time to get these. Had to have them. One of them's in kind of really rough condition, but they're still my babies. Sadly, with this build, we only have the room to run one alternative. It's a good card, but it's main. You get its main effect going second, because people who usually run this higher they're trying to just put additional body on board for rank 8s, which we run other cards in our deck to put rank 8s out, because that's what this build does. It spams special summons and just puts on rank 8s all day. This card is more, in my opinion, a good going second card, because it just pops. And one thing a lot of people don't know about alternative is its effect is you can reveal and special summon, and then if you desire, you can pop a card, but it can't attack the turn it pops a card. Fun fact, you can actually, if you have your board established or they stop you and you can't do anything else, you can enter battle phase, attack with this card, and then find a way to get it in the graveyard, bring it back, and then you can pop a card if you so choose. I didn't know that until here recently, but yeah, you can. It's really gross, honestly. So happy this card got reprinted. It was kind of honestly too expensive to be a non-meta card, in my opinion. But the next card we play is one of the best cards that came out a couple couple of things sets ago. Honestly, it came out sometime last year. It was really good. Nebula Dragon, 2 Nebula Dragon. This card's effect, if you don't know what it does, I'm sure you probably do. There's a lot of decks going around that shows this card playing in their Blue Eyes builds, or a lot of other boards that are trying to put in rank 8s and just put rank 8s on their boards and stuff. But we run 2 Nebula Dragon. What it does is you can reveal a dragon type monster from your hand, special summon it. If you do, negate its effect, which we mainly just use it for the Blue Eyes because it doesn't have an effect, and it's pretty much a free rank 8. Honestly, it's an extender for if they hand trap you, because the other engine we run in this deck is so fragile and relies on its normal summon so heavy that we have to have some kind of extenders to play through hand traps for those bad decks that play more hand traps than they do actual cards. But you special summon this in a Blue Eyes in defense position, or whatever you just choose that's a dragon level 8, and put them in defense position. Then it's a free overlay into a free rank 8. The next cards we play is 2 Whitestone and 1 Ancients. 1 Ancients. This is pretty much the only reason we really play 1 Ancients, honestly, is one, it can be counted as a tuner. I mean, obviously it's a tuner, but we use it to get back our alternative if we choose. If we burn through our alternative, we can send this to the graveyard or find a way to get it in the graveyard. It's the first effect where you can get a free special summon of Blue Eyes at the end phase. Comes up every once in a while, but usually if this deck goes full combo, honestly, if it goes full combo, then you're not going to need that because you actually will not have the space for it. It's more of because you will have legit 1 free space and you'll need that 1 space. Other than that, this is for a follow-up where if they break your board or you need to push for game, which if you go full combo, it's game anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that's what that, and it's a lot of people will actually play two Ancients and 1 Stone. I don't like that build. I don't like that, honestly, in my opinion. It's just everybody has their own opinion. I like the two Legend and 1 Ancients because I want to get my Blue Eyes into my hand. I don't want to have a dead alternative in my hand, and I don't want to have a dead Nebula Dragon in my hand. I was playing with the ratios before, running 3 and 2 of these, honestly, at first, but I had to sub them out for Called by the Graves because I was running no hand traps in this build because it's so combo reliant. I was running no Called by the Graves, which left me to be very, very vulnerable because if going second, you would have to bait out negates, honestly, to put out your rank 8s. So if I forgot, I'm sorry, I haven't stated before, this is a heavy going first variant. Heavy. Now for the next engine, if you didn't see it already up top in the video, that's all for the monsters. Sorry about the moving the camera there. That's all for the Blue Eyes engine. Yes, I count Nebula Dragon to be a Blue Eyes engine because it's pretty much an involuntary Blue Eyes card. The next engine is Crusadia. Crusadia is a very, very explosive engine that a lot of people like to sleep on. If you start out with any Crusadia card and any monster that can be special summoned, for the most part, you have full combo. Yes, I will say there is sometimes you will not have full combo, but it's very rare because it's so explosive. If it goes uninterrupted, which sometimes it might because they don't know what Crusadia does. A lot of people don't know what Crusadia does. They see Crusadia, like, what's that? They'll be reading every single card you play, which every single card you play for the most part is really good. So we only play the Crusadias that benefit us in any way. Draco is the best one you play because we run the Guard Dragon engine, and he's very good. Like all Crusadias, they can be special summoned to a zone any link monster points to. But Draco's effect is when it's special summoned to a zone a link monster points to, if you have a different Crusadian graveyard besides Draco, you can add it back to your hand. So you just refill your hand with resources, and you never really lose resources, honestly. So we run 3 Draco because he's the best one. You don't really want to start with him if you can't. Don't have to. You want to honestly search this card, or if you have this in hand, you want to save it and try to bait out hand traps. Honestly, the next Crusadia we run is Maximus. This is usually this one, and the another one we run is usually the ones you want to start out with, because Maximus effect is, I believe it's something with attack. It says you can target one Crusader monster, special summon this to zone link monster points to. If this card battles an opponent's monster, any battle damage it inflicts to is doubled. So pretty much if you attack with this monster, if you attack over a monster with this, yeah, it is a 1600. So if you attack a monster with it, let's say you attack like a 1200, instead of doing 400 damage, it will do 800 damage. So it does double damage. Yeah, it's not really that good, but it's still, at the end of the day, a Crusadia card and a good starter, because all Crusadias are in this deck is starters and extenders, because if they stop you and you have an open link zone, then you can just special summon these to their zones. The next one is 3 Reclusia. Reclusia is very, very good. This helps you take care of back row decks, because when he's special summon, you can special summon to the zone he points to, tribute himself to blow himself up to pop a spell or trap, and it just helps you play through those pesty back row decks. So Reclusia is very, very good, and the best starter is 3 Arborea. Arborea is very, very good, in my opinion, just my opinion, because every now and then you'll come across those several players that run like Ogre or something, and if you're trying to get one of your Crusadia effects to resolve and you have her in grave, I believe it's in hand too, honestly. No, it's field or graveyard. My apologies. If you have this card on the field or on the graveyard, you can banish this from the graveyard or on the field and protect your monster. So let's say you try to activate one of your Crusadia cards' effects, and they ogre you. You could just banish this and protect it. And it's super, super nice and comes in handy. That's all of the Crusadia engine. You play such a high, this deck has such a high monster count, but it's okay, because all you gotta do is see any Crusadia and any special summon, and you have for the most part, you have a full combo for the most part. Next, for the pretty much Dragon engine, this next card is just personal preference, because I know a lot of people like trying to use that Union Carrier build. It's okay. I just don't like it because you're left with Union Carrier stops your plays. So the only reason I would run the Union Carrier build is if you use Union Carrier as your last card, because the Union Carrier build stops you from comboing. Once you go into Union Carrier, you can't link it away unless you have another way to get it off the board. So this next card I run is just personal preference. Next, for the rest of the Dragon lineup, I have Goliath. Goliath is just good. I mean, if they slow you down and you have to, you just summon him off LP, and then you should be set, honestly, because he's a 2750 B stick. Sadly, he's not searchable off of Melody, but it's okay. We'll get through it. Next one is Collapse Servant and Wyvern Buster. Sadly, these guys are at 1. But they're so good at helping you get through for extenders, get through hand traps, play through hand traps, and they're also Guard Dragon all day. So 1 of each. Then you got 1 Levianeer and 1 God card. Red MD. Red MD is so good. I'm so happy. Thank you, Konami, for not banning this card, honestly. This card is so good, and it keeps us Dragon players around, honestly. It keeps us alive. But, yeah, it's so good because you run Abundance of Lights and Darks in this, so you can get all effects from Levianeer. A lot of decks I've seen here lately, they play Levianeer for only one of its effects. Not here. We, here at Team DDD, man, we use all the effects. So that's all for the rest of the Dragon lineup. And yes, for this next engine, yes, I run the Danger engine. While not their pluses. We run the good ones, and here we got one Jack, one Nessie, one Such, and then one Thunderbird, just for the rank 8 and to pop a pesty back row. And then we run two Bigfoot. Bigfoot is so good because if you lose a dice roll, which I do all the time, sadly, and since this is a hard going first deck, Bigfoot is indirectly a blind second card, honestly. And if you go first with him, then it's still good because you can get your rank 8 on board. And at the end of the day, if you get a rank 8 on board, all you need is to get one more on board. And if they hand trap you to death and you can't do anything else, then you just make a rank 8. It's still better than nothing because some of the rank 8s we play in this deck is just redonkulous. Now for the spells. We play 3 Called by the Grave. Called by the Grave is such an essential card in this deck because if you don't run it, you're so vulnerable. It's ridiculous. I mean, you're still vulnerable anyways because this build is so combo reliant that it's kind of insane. So if somebody ever played Spooky Dogwood on you, it's pretty, you better have Called by the Grave. If not, it's GG's probably because you're just going to give them so many life points. It's ridiculous. And the next spell we play is 2 Melody. Melody, you only want 2 of because you only run like 5 targets. So at the end of the day, you can get most of them with 2 Melody. 3's too bricky. You don't need it. So 2 Melody's good. Now the next card I have, there are proxies. I have 2 proxies in the main deck and 3 in the side deck. I actually own these cards. It's just with this pandemic going on, I don't have them in yet, and I don't. I have them in keeps away because I don't trust the mail, honestly. So I feel like they might come contaminated or something. So just personal thing. Next card I run is 2 Pot of Avarice. Here's the proxies. Pot of Avarice makes this free. Makes this entire thing free because even if you hard draw this, it's ridiculous because you just go full combo, and it's, as I said, it's so combo heavy. You just go full combo, send all your resources back, and if they break your board and you're like, okay, all I got is a Crusadia card, I can make the entire board again. Because what's so crazy about your board is your going first board is legit pretty much the same thing as your going second board. You just bring out one different rank 8 than you would any other time going first. And then the last 2 spells are Dragon Shrine and Foolish Burial. Do not run 2 Shrine, 1 Burial, or what 3 and 1 or whatever. 1 and 1 is all you need. No matter what build you go to, this is all you need. This is all you need. No matter what build, whether you plan on running the Crusadia build or you plan on running a Pure or the Halka-Fibrax, 1 and 1 is all you need. That's it. You don't need anything else. Anything more than that, you're just bricking, honestly. I know some people are probably thinking no Galactic Spiral. Not in this deck because we still run, even though it's MR5, we still run a lot of Link monsters. Now to the extra deck, where it gets really nice. Sasuke all day. Oh, it's side deck, sorry. Kaiba all day. Kaiba crew. Kaiba, baby. Alright. For the first Link monster, we play Crusadia Magus. Crusadia Magus is pretty much the one guy you're going to go into as soon as you normal summon a Crusadia card. His effect is whenever a monster special summons a zone he points to, you can search your deck and add a Crusadia card. Which, what I said before, you normal summon, let's say you normal summon Arborea, link it away into this. Special summon a Danger or a Collapse Serpent or anything, whatever, to the zone he points to. You search your deck for the Draco. Or you could even special summon another Crusadia card that he points to and then go search your Draco. And then after that, we go into this bad girl, Crusadia Spathia. Spatha is ridiculous, guys. Crusadia Spatha is World Legacy Guard Dragon on steroids. What it is when you special summon a monster she points to, you can move it to any zone. So you can special summon Draco to this, link it into LP. Even though LP be right here, well, you can move LP left or right. Obviously, you want to move her right, and then you can just use LP's effect to bring out something. It's insanity. And then the Guard Dragon engine, we run 1 Saryuja because we're OG around here. Saryuja's still good. It redoes your hand, refills your hand, gets you the rest of the rank 8s you need, gets you Pot of Avarice, gets you the Crusadia, gets you whatever you need. And then we run 1 LP, 1 Pisty, self-explanatory. We run 1 Heretic Seal. Heretic Seal is self-explanatory. And then for the rank 8s, we run 38. The most broken card in this deck, honestly, probably, extra deck. 1 number 97, Dragaluvian. Everybody knows what this card probably does now. Please, Konami, do not ban this card. Do not ban this card. It's so good. I have had this card since it came out last year in Battle Legends. When I saw this card come out, everybody else was sleeping on it, and I was not sleeping on it. I knew the card was busted. It's a 3,000 beat stick, and its effect is you can detach a material from it and take a number dragon monster from your extra deck or graveyard and place it as material on another dragon monster from your extra deck. It's gross, and it can't be targeted either, which is insanity. And then the best going first target is number 92. This card, guys, let me tell you, this card is busted. Busted. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. Any battle damage or any kind of damage you would take involving this card, your opponent takes instead. During their end phase, man, you can detach material from this card and banish everything they played / set. So what you do is you can use Dragaluvian, detach material, bring out 38 and equip 92 to it, let them play Yu-Gi-Oh! And it forces them, yes, your whole entire board is going to be huge if you go full combo. It forces them to try to get rid of this card. They can't tack over it. They would have to destroy it by some kind of effect. But if they don't, just during their end phase, you can detach from this and blow up and banish their entire board, guys. It's insane. It's so good. So good. And this guy right here, number C107, it's really number 100. Don't pay attention to it. I was running Tachyon because I was running this and with Tachyon because this gets an additional effect of Tachyon, but I took Tachyon out for a super poly target. So ignore this. This is actually number 100. So ignore that. And then we run number 68 for Salads because we don't like Salamangreat. It's annoying. Salamangreat still gets to exist, but my Thunder Dragon doesn't. It's whatever. And then we run 1 number 90, 1 Ding Ding because Ding Ding's generic, protects your entire field, and it can send anything problematic away that we don't like to deal with. And then we could run 1 Hot Red and 1 Starving Venom as our extra deck. Side deck could be personal preference or whatever you play against at your locals or whatever you think is going to be at the regional you go to. My side deck, I run 2 Nibiru because Nibiru is self-explanatory. Gives you game advantage if you side deck this in and they go full combo and combo decks. And then the 3 proxies I got, which I do have them. They're just, I have 2 with me and 1's in the mail still. 3 Lightning Storm. Yes, this is not budget. I apologize. But if you would like me to recommend my version of a budget option for these cards, just comment down below and I'll tell you, and I'll list it in my next video that I post. The next is 2 Super Poly, and then we run 3 Twin because we hate backer decks. That's why we run Lightning Storm and Twin Twister. And then the last card is 3 Evenly Matched. I feel like, and then the other 2 cards we got, it's not in here, but I have them in my book. I forgot to put them in sleeves. Is 2 Dark Roller No More. I feel like that is the best side deck. Honestly, it's the most versatile. So if you can try to afford to get the Lightning Storm, because it's the best option in my opinion. But yeah, guys, that's the deck. If you like, I can post a combo tutorial if you like. Appreciate you checking our channel out. And you all have a great day and stay safe out there.